say you go heel toe, and that's how you roll step. I think I'm gonna edit this. And here, so you heel toe, you roll step. It'll help keep top half steady. You always face the stands. If you're marching that way, your feet are turned that way, and you're turning at the hip like this. You're still facing the stands. Never ever have your back to the stands. Ever. When you're backwards marching, you go up on your tips of your toes, and then you step back, but you don't put your heel. You never put your heel to the ground when you're marching backwards. Only on your toes. Keep your granny lines. Granny lines are like, if a granny, this is how we did this. If a granny is there, obviously your granny in a wheelchair cannot get up in the stands. If she's sitting on the sidelines, granny from the sidelines, you want to keep the view perfect for her. So you better stay in your line perfectly behind the person in front of you. Because if the person over here in front of you is over here, and you're over here, bad granny lines. Granny does not see the good picture. You want Granny to see a good picture. You want to give Granny a good show. So keep your granny lines good. Know your surrounding areas and people. You should know what shape you're trying to make. If you're trying to make a heart, know that. Not saying, oh, this is just, it's another shape. It's another spot. No, know what you're making. Know what's happening. Know who's around you. Because if you're marching backwards and people are marching that way, you don't want to boom, bam, oh, I hit you. Oops, I'm sorry. Especially at my old school, we had this little thing where we had box A and box B. I might have to draw y'all a picture. But we had box A and box B. Talking too much. Alright, so we had box A and box B, and it was 4x4 box each time. And A went around in a little box. You see my new arrows. And then B went around in a little box. So we had people going in and out of each other and everything else. And you don't want to hit people. You need to know who's going where and who's around you at what point in time of the show. Number 6. This is the most common thing freshmen do not understand. Even though you have a marker and you have a set spot to go to, that exact spot will change every time you march. So you don't necessarily have to hit that spot. You just need the roundabout. Unless you're in a line. If you're in a line right in front of the person. But you get the point. That exact spot will change. So if you're supposed to be on the yard line, I'd hope you'd be in the yard line. But if you're supposed to be 2 steps off the yard line and you're 2 1/4 or 2 1/2, that's fine. As long as it still fills in. But that will change, especially if there's people missing. Number 7, fill in the gaps. Okay, so story time. My sophomore year, that was the year swine flu went around. And we went to a away game. And they were nice enough to, because it was really raining really bad, it was thunderstorming almost. And they were ready to call the game, but they didn't. But it was really bad weather, and they felt bad, so they brought us inside, and they all had a buffet already set for everybody in their band and ours. So we had a buffet with the other team. And from that, the next week, we had 8 people on the field, literally. Nobody was there. Everybody got swine flu from that other school. We thought it was sabotage, but really they all got swine flu too. So we don't know what it was, but we all got swine flu. And there was 8 people, and throughout the next 5 games, there were so many people missing. You had to fill the gaps every game. So you obviously can't stay in the same spot because there's going to be another demonstration time. Alright, so one popular thing we made for the flutes was half a football, or a quarter of it. But so we had, all those were our set places. That was the original plan. After we all got swine flu, if we all went to our original spots, it would have been like that. Obviously, you can't tell that's a football. So we had to move people along. Still 5 dots, 5 people. To where it's still, like, it's filling in the gaps. It still looks like somewhat more of a football than the other one. Like, nobody's too close. It's equal spacing. It's good. Another thing in physical marching that you will hear commonly, every year I hear this, and I laugh because I'm part of it screaming. The upperclassmen will yell, left, 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 every year. That's all you hear. That's the common phrase, left. Because all the new people coming in seem to can't comprehend that you start with your left foot, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Your odds are your left foot and your evens are your right. You need to comprehend that, guys. Left. Left. You ever heard, somebody marching on TV, or like Cadet Kelly or some odd marching movie? They're like left, 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 right, left. That's the normal pace people go. So if you say that in your head, like I did my freshman year, you'll be fine marching. You'll be fine. You'll never need them to tell you left, 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 left. But another tip that also helped me all the time, in case like I thought I was going too fast or going too slow, look at the drum majors. If they're conducting and keeping pace, they're obviously one step. So they're not going to conduct and have like 2 be on the left foot. They're going to 2 be on the right like it's supposed to. So look at them, and since you're in front, it should be really easy. So look at them. Anyway, excuse me. 4, the music. The typical music for marching band is fast, loud, obnoxious, and like the getting hype. Your whole job is to get people hype and not make them feel sad because we're losing. It's more like, we can do this, guys. We can do this. But usually there's this one just doesn't belong here song. And by that, I mean there's a slow song where you march with bigger steps and you just march slow and not as fast, and it's annoying. I hated that song. Like, for my sophomore year, we did not the Beatles. I wish we did the Beatles. We did the Beach Boys. And we had their upbeat songs like I Get Around and Sleep John B. But then we also had In My Room. If you're not familiar with the Beach Boys, In My Room is the most longest, monotonous, slowest song ever. I mean ever. It is so slow. And I had to take the biggest steps, and I'm the shortest person there was, I swear, because I had to go halfway across the field while the rest of the section was there because we didn't have enough trumpets. So I had to go halfway across the field. I had to take the biggest steps ever, and you had to be slow. And normally it's okay if you're fast in order to get to a bigger distance, but if you're going slow and you have to get to a bigger distance, dear Lord, I pray for you kids. But like, you can't obviously keep going the same speed, because if you're conducting, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, you go slow, and you can't be marching fast and marching 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 with tempo. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you obviously 1, 2, 3, 4. You're marching slow. So just be careful of that. That's just be expected of that. You're going to have one song that doesn't belong there. Or at least that's how my conductor was. Yours might be different, but normally it's like that. Every single marching show I've seen, there's one song that doesn't belong there. As for memorization of the music, these are my little tips that help me. Play a bit then don't look at the music and play it again. Play a bit more, then don't look at the music and play that bit more again. Then keep the music away, put the second bit you just learned with the rest of the song you already know. So like play a bit, no music. Play a bit more, no music. Put the bit more with the bit and then no music with that. Lots of practice. Just keep going over and over and over and over the part, and eventually in your mind you'll know what's coming next. Spend a lot of time in the music. Invest a lot of time upon this music. If you spend at least like an hour, even just half an hour, a single day, looking over your marching band music, you will learn it. I learned Sloop John B that way because I didn't know Sloop John B. But you will eventually learn this. Oh, I'm done. Even though my book's all torn apart and folded up the wrong way. But yes, 24 minutes later, this will be edited. But I hope you all at least are a little bit better and feel a little bit more prepared now that you know what's going to go on. Because I've been in marching band for 3 years now. Well, 4 if you count my 8th grade year, because I kind of went and I helped them out quite a lot my 8th grade year. So I hope you guys feel a lot more prepared and feel like you know what's going on now. As for exercises, I don't know if I told y'all this, but for exercises, if you're doing arm circles, there's something wrong with you. You're not supposed to be doing arm circles. You're supposed to be working on how to march, not how to build your upper strength. You do that on your own time. If you can't hold your instrument up and walk, you have a problem. But anywho, so I hope you guys are having a lovely day and do have a lovely day. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. To you.